Today, I'm going to go over some awesome deals in the Pokemon card market. In this episode, I've found some sealed products that I think would be a great addition to your collection or investment. The Pokemon card market has recently dipped, so that opens up a good opportunity to pick up some products for super cheap. So you're not going to want to miss this episode of Buy It Before I Do. Real quick, before we get started, I just wanted to remind you guys of our new YouTube live streams. We've been having such a fun time opening packs, doing giveaways, and being able to interact with you guys. We also have a massive stream coming up on October 13th where we're going to be opening up a first edition Jungle Booster Box live on this channel. If you want to participate in that opening, check out the links in the description below. Also, we're giving away another VIP box to one lucky subscriber. To enter this giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to our channel with notifications on, and comment down below a Pokemon product that you think is undervalued. Alright, back to the video. First up on today's list, we are going to talk about some modern products. The first one on the list is going to be the Crown Zenith Elite Trainer Box. The reason this one is on the list is because the recent announcement of the reprint. This has already taken effect on the price of this particular box. So this box actually peaked at around $66, and since the announcement of the reprint has actually come down around $10. Anytime there's a reprint like this, it's always a great time to pick up some products. You never know if there will be another reprint of this particular product, and buying it right after that dip is always a good deal. Plus, Crown Zenith is such a good set overall, and the ETB is kind of just the centerpiece of the entire special sets. Picking up special set ETBs is usually a good idea. And of course, with this being the last Sword and Shield set, and still with how popular the set is overall, I think this is a great pickup. Alright, and this next one might be a bit of a surprise to you, but we're actually going to put the Paldea Evolved Booster Box and the Elite Trainer Box on today's list. The reason is that Paldea Evolved actually seems to be the best Scarlet and Violet set so far. Even though Obsidian Flames does have the Charizard cards, Paldea Evolved actually has more consistent cards in the set, and still holds the most expensive Scarlet and Violet card so far, being the Iono Secret Illustration Rare. So just like with the Crown Zenith Elite Trainer Box, there actually has been a reprint for Scarlet and Violet base set. So both the Scarlet and Violet base set and Paldea Evolved have been declining in price. We assume that there is going to be another reprint for Paldea Evolved. That being said, at $96, that's essentially what a lot of people pay for actual distributor pricing for these boxes. Anytime you see that, especially when it comes to a Pokemon booster box, it's usually a good time to pick up that product. As we saw with like Chilling Reign and Battle Styles, there were a lot of people that really did not like those sets back in the day. There was a point where distributors were selling them for like $75, $80, just trying to clear those boxes out. And of course, sure enough, now Chilling Reign is at $150. So literally almost double the price that distributors were selling this to stores for almost 2 years ago. Just goes to show how strong the Pokemon card market is over time. So when you see these opportunities to buy these products at essentially distributor cost, sometimes it's a good move to jump on it. All right, next up, we're actually going to go back in time a little bit. We're going to talk about a couple sets in the XY era that I think are undervalued, especially compared to the Sun and Moon era where we're seeing boxes just absolutely go to the moon. I think a lot of the X and Y era sets are being overlooked. The first one on today's list is going to be Roaring Skies. This set features Rayquaza and also has some awesome Mega EXs. There's a ton of really cool chase cards in this set, plus of course Rayquaza is a super fan favorite Pokemon. And of course, over the last year, you really cannot ignore that trend line. It is just going straight up. I still think this set has a lot of room to grow. Anytime a new block is announced, like the Scarlet and Violet era, these boxes just get older and older, and of course, harder to come by. All right, another X and Y set coming up here. This one actually does seem to be getting some attention as of lately. We're going to talk about the XY Breakthrough Booster Box. So as you can see on the 1 year chart here, not only is this one going up, but as of recently, it's actually seen quite a bit of a spike. This set, of course, does feature Mewtwo, which again is another fan favorite Pokemon. But not only that, there are actually 10 different Mewtwo cards in this set. So in my opinion, this set actually had some of the best looking cards of the entire X and Y generation. We've got these gold border secret rare Mewtwo full arts. We also have these Mega Mewtwo X and Y full art cards, some regular Mewtwo EX full arts, and of course the regular arts of the Mewtwo X and Y, and a couple more Mewtwo EXs. So in my opinion, I think this set has a lot of potential and a lot of room to grow over time. All right, now we're going to hop back to the modern era here. And of course, we're going to talk about Silver Tempest and Lost Origin. Both of these sets actually did receive a reprint recently, and we're going to take a look at the 1 year chart here to see exactly why we want to pick this set up. So this is almost like looking at an actual stock graph here, where you can see the overall trend line is up, but of course, because of that reprint, we do see this little bit of a dip. This creates that optimal buying opportunity to pick up this set to potentially add to your collection or for your investment. The likelihood of this set getting another reprint is going to be very low. This set is already almost a year old, and the reprint was actually a pretty big reprint for this set. There's still a ton of awesome chase cards in this set, an amazing trainer gallery. It was a really good set to finish off the main Sword and Shield era. It's unlikely that we'll see this box get any cheaper, so I definitely think this is a good pickup. All right, so let's hop over to Lost Origin and talk about this set. You already know I love Lost Origin. I think it's one of the best sets in the entire Sword and Shield era. It has amazing chase alternate arts like the Giratina V, and the trainer gallery features Pikachu, Charizard, Gengar, and Snorlax. This set also had around 5 Pikachu cards. That plus the pull rates are actually pretty good in this, minus the alternate arts. The alternate arts are definitely tough to chase, but their prices do hold strong, the Giratina V alternate art being one of the most expensive cards in the entire era. And as we can see on the 1-year chart here, we can see almost the exact same trend line that we saw in Silver Tempest. We saw a peak at around $170. Given that this set is just over a year old, that's actually a really good increase in that short amount of time. So with the reprint, we're seeing it drop around $35. Again, just like Silver Tempest, I don't think these boxes are going to get any cheaper. There's definitely a much lower risk of this box getting cheaper than there is of this box increasing in value. So a great buying opportunity. I definitely think you should pick this up. All right, this is another one you might be surprised to see on the list, but next up we have the Shining Fates Elite Trainer box. Now, Shining Fates was definitely a little bit of a letdown, being that Hidden Fates was such a fantastic set. The problem with this set is that it featured most of the Sword and Shield era Pokemon, and at the time, a lot of people just really didn't connect with those Pokemon like they did from the ones from Hidden Fates. That being said, it does have a really cool shiny Charizard VMAX. That is going to be the chase card in the entire set. That being said, I do think this Elite Trainer box is undervalued. This set is already 2 years old, and you can still pick up this Elite Trainer box for $10 less than the original MSRP. So just like with any special set Elite Trainer box, they tend to do really well over time. So even though this set isn't the best, I still think it has a lot of potential opportunity to grow. It's a similar trend that we see time and time again. Another example of a bad set that has actually done pretty well is going to be Champion's Path. All right, and just to show you here, Champion's Path was the special set that released right before Shining Fates. Again, this set did not really have anything else going for it except for the 2 Charizard cards. Basically, if you didn't pull a Charizard in this set, you really didn't have anything else to pull. That being said, these ETBs are already at $100. So even though technically this is a pretty bad set, people always want to collect these special set ETBs because they always do really well over time. All right, and we do have a couple of Japanese sets to talk about today. And once again, we are going to talk about V-Star Universe. This is another set that has an overall trend line of going up, but every time we see a reprint, the price does drop back down. That being said, the price is a little bit more expensive than the last time we talked about it, but this is such an amazing set. I really think every time this dips, you should probably pick some of this up. Right now, you can pick up V-Star Universe anywhere from around $100 to $120, and that is after the most recent reprint. Once Japan is done printing this set, these boxes are absolutely going to go crazy. We saw this happen, of course, with Tag Team GX All-Stars, and even sets like Shiny Star V, which again was not a great set. With V-Star Universe being as good of a set as it is, anytime you can pick up these boxes for as cheap as they are now, definitely grab some. All right, and last up on today's list is going to be the Japanese Pokemon 151 set. This set has already withstood so many reprints, and the demand for this set keeps pushing the price back up to where it was. This box has always hovered around $170 to $200 ever since it was released. There's actually been so much supply of this to hit the market, so the fact that it's still hovering in around that same price is super strong. And of course, in the English set, we already know we're not going to get the Pokeball reverses or the Master Ball. That, plus our Mew EX special illustration rare is going to be a promo, as well as the Mewtwo art rare that will be in the Ultra Premium collection. So the Japanese version of the 151 set is significantly better than the English one. I think both of the sets are going to be absolutely phenomenal, but there are going to be a lot more collectors that will want to hold on to the Japanese set because of those reasons. This is another set that once Japan is done printing this, it's going to go absolutely crazy. I think this is going to be on the level as like Eevee Heroes. That box has been skyrocketing ever since they stopped printing that one. This set just has so many things going for it. Definitely pick up some boxes of these while it's still affordable. Alright, that's it for today's episode. I hope you found this information helpful, and if you did, make sure to subscribe with notifications on, that way you don't miss any future episodes. And as always, if you want to help support the channel, definitely check out PokeCollect.com. The link for that is in the description below. You can now purchase live breaks for our YouTube streams directly on our website, as well as some awesome deals on sealed products, graded cards, and much more. Alright, well thanks again for watching all the way until the end, and with that, we'll see you next time.